are live. Another day and another player the Yankees didn't get. And you know what? That's the problem. As the names keep coming off the board and the Yankees stay silent, the fan base, they keep on sleeping more by the hour. Pitchers and catchers are literally 5 weeks away. So the simple question, are the Yankees going to wake up? I guess not.
What are your thoughts when facing an opponent?
There is no opponent.
And why is that?
Because the word love does not exist.
Good morning, Yankees universe, and welcome to 2026 and another episode of the Yankees Morning Brew. I'm your guy Hector, joined by the compañeros this morning. I got my guy, the Ace Avenue, and the lovely Grace Monroe is here. Grace and Ace, how are you doing?
I missed y'all so much. I know I haven't been on in the last couple episodes, but I was in the chat and I missed y'all. And just so you know, if you missed the episode where Ace started it out, it was right before Christmas with a poem that he wrote. 'Twas the night before Christmas. It was hilarious. So go check that out if you missed it. I know, we're all just dealing with the holidays. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday with their family and friends. Ace, Hector, I know we were texting. Everybody in the chat, hope y'all had a wonderful holiday. I'm so glad to be back. Ace, how are you feeling?
I feel okay. A little bit sleepy. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Nothing much going on the Ace front, just like the New York Yankees. Nothing really going on. Everybody's kind of just chilling. I think the Yankees are a little bit too literally putting the off season. So let's get it.
Yeah, and I think we all can feel the same way when it comes to our New York Yankees. But like Grace said, there's been a lot going on. I've been sick. I'm recovering from neurovirus, from the flu. After I went down for the winter meetings, I came back to New York and I just got hit real bad. But I'm back. I'm good. 2026 we're here. I just want to take a second, if you guys can, just throw some prayers in the chat. Because over the holidays, I didn't even share with Grace and Ace. My family, we lost a family dog, Max. I think I showed them on stream like once or twice with you guys. So if you guys can just, it was very hard for us. That's why we didn't have no streams. Also, too, I'm packing up all my streaming gear because I'm moving into a streaming studio, so I will be able to go live more frequently, go live every day. It's just tough right now with the setup, but we will be going live more often in 2026. The nosebleed section, I appreciate you. Grace and Ace, go ahead before we shout out the chat.
I'm sorry about Max, Hector. Yeah, you didn't even tell us. But, I'm a huge dog person. John the Beagle Dad sends me pictures of his dog all the time. Please send me pictures of all your dogs. I care about all your dogs. But yeah, I'm a huge dog person, and I'm so sorry for the loss of a family dog. It's devastating. So I'm really, really sorry that you're going through that. But hopefully the memories, the happy memories you can hold on to, and man, just sucks. I'm sorry.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you thank you so much. Go ahead, Ace. My fault.
Yeah, condolences, bro. Pups are, all animals in general, are just a part of the family. So it's definitely tough. We've all been there. But definitely, man, our condolences are with you, brother. Appreciate
you, my guy. Let's shout out the chat. My guy Jacob Petruzzi, and like always, if you guys can, make sure you guys are subscribed to my guy, the Ace Avenue, and the great work that he does over there on his channel. The link is right there in the chat. Shout out to Jacob, one of the best moderators in all of the YouTube sphere. My guy Aiden Becker is in the building. Aiden, how are you doing? Salute. 3 capital S's. CK is in the building. My guy CK, NY Sports Empire 29 is in the building. Yankees Cal, how you doing? My guy Future, your Future. If you free, I thought you was working, but if you're free, if you want to jump up with us, you're more than welcome to. Stephen B, I want to give a shout out to Stephen B. He was doing a TikTok live. Grace, he has one of the rarest Mickey Mantle cards that are out there. I'm talking like pristine, vintage Mickey Mantle cars that if you Google a Mickey Mantle car, that was to like pop up. Like, hold on. Yes. Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Grace. Talk your shit.
My parents were like, "You like the Yankees? Here, this is from your grandmother's house." And I was like, I saw these cards. Hold on, let me pull one out. I saw these cards and I said, nuh-uh, what the hell? And I'm like, hold on, look. This old school card.
Oh.
And I thought, oh my God. And I looked it up and I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, it's a replica. I really thought I came up on something, y'all. But yeah, it's just a replica. He probably has the real one.
You thought Gam had the stash hidden under the bed. That's what you thought.
Right. Got me again, Grandma.
Shout out to the chat. One of the best chats that are out there. Jonathan also is in the building. Theo Nosebleed section is here. Our good friend Tina is in the building. Another good moderator that is out there. Nathaniel Crenshaw, who is, I'm not sure, you're a Seahawks fan today? Because, you know, the Seahawks are favored to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion as well. Tyler Tabbitt is in the building. John, the Beagle Dad, is here. And now it's time to get into the conversation we all have been waiting for. And that has been the New York Yankees. Grace and Ace, what is going on in the Bronx? They are sleeping at the wheel. We lost out on Edward Cabrera. Imai is with the Houston Astros. We haven't been on since the Imai signing. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you guys at the winter meetings. I told Grace and Ace at the winter meetings what I was told. But yeah, what's going on? How are you guys feeling? I'm going to sit back as I drink my water and listen to you guys rant.
I really want to let Ace speak on Imai because I know he was on it the whole time, texting us constant updates, and he wanted Imai. Ace, go ahead. You start.
Yeah. Another player that the Yankees kind of just let slip through their grasp. I do think it's malpractice for them to not even have an offer, but if you're listening to the people out there, and Heck tried to tell us, and the Jack Currys of the world tried to tell us that the Yankees aren't really doing much this offseason. Us as fans, I really think we're the ones that are kind of killing ourselves at this point because the writing is on the wall. They're going to prioritize Cody Bellinger if they get him, and it seems to be that's it. Now, could they make a trade for a starting pitcher? Potentially, but we did also let a starting pitcher slip through our fingers in Cabrera, a guy that I was kind of 50-50 on. If we would have got him, cool. If not, it was. I'm not devastated over Cabrera signing somewhere else. I'm just in the mindset of Yankees, do something. Can we do something besides bring back our own players and what? Paul DeJean? That was the only person that we.
I like Dijon Mustard. I like Dijon Mustard.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It sounds very fancy, huh? That sounds like you should go right over a spread, right? But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like this team, this is the most frustrating offseason that we've had in the longest because we're sitting here watching our division get a hell of a lot better, and meanwhile, we are sitting here firmly planted with our thumbs up our asses, not doing anything. Do they have a bigger plan? I would love to see it, but as of right now, I'm as frustrated as everybody.
Yeah, and like Drew Nasty just put it in the chat, said doing nothing and running it back is crazy. Capitalize an emphasis on the crazy. Absolutely. Shout out to my guy E, the Pinstripe Bugle. Guys, if there's a dope Instagram account or dope account that you guys can follow, make sure you guys follow the Pinstripe Bugle. Him and I, we do a lot of work on social media. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff during the season as well. We got a post-game show that will be happening during the season. Make sure you guys are tuned in because we're going to have a lot of guests and a lot of people helping out with that one. E will be a part of it as well. So make sure you guys are giving him a follow. He says, how's it going? Happy New Year. How's New Year's resolution is to stay around or under the $300 million mark. And I want to piggyback of what Ace just said, talking about Imai. I'm not going to like piggyback and say, yeah, you know, I told you so back at the winter meetings. What I'm going to say is that you see the price and the AAV that he's got, that he's going to be getting in Houston, $21 million a season. That's less than what Trent Grisham got with the New York Yankees when it comes to his AAV. I hate to be the guy to say that the Yankees and Brian Cashman, you fumbled this whole Trent Grisham situation, because I don't think Trent Grisham thought he was going to get more than 22 million or thought he was going to get 22 million a season AAV out there on the market. I don't think any team out there was going to give that to him. So when it was announced that the Yankees offered it to him, I shot the group text and I was like, what's going on? And we all lost it collectively in the group chat. Grace, go ahead. Sorry, I'm getting text messages out the wazoo. Sorry.
Okay, I was about to ask, who doesn't have their phone on silent in the year of our Lord 2026? I haven't heard a ting ting text message alert in 10 years. But anyway,
we know that's
we should have known it was Hector. Hector, please don't die. So for me, I agree with everything that y'all have been saying, obviously. But for me, what stands out the most about this Imai deal going to Houston and not having very many other offers that we've heard of from any of the beat writers, including from the Yankees, not having the competition in the market, that it really reflects poorly, in my mind, on Scott Boras. It is you could even say, perhaps, a fumble by Scott Boras. He misread the market yet again. He inflated his players' value, obviously, because we don't have the evidence that other franchises were interested in competing for what we all agree is a meager AAV for a starting pitcher that will eat innings. I mean, we all need that. And when we see the trade market and how much teams are asking for, Cabrera just went with the number one prospect from the Cubs. That's what it costs to get Edward Cabrera plus others. And he, as we know, we can talk about that too, is probably an injury prone. I hate to say that about somebody, but an injury risk player. And it costs the Cubs their number one prospect plus others. So when you look at the prices on the trade market, you would think that clubs will be willing to spend what we all consider a meager amount of money, respectively, to get a starting pitcher. And yet there wasn't the competition for Imai that we all thought that there would be. I think y'all don't get me started on Scott Boras. That's what I'm going to rant on today. Okay, that's Grace's hot corner. That's what I'm ready to just pop off about. Scott Boras is on my last damn nerve. And this is
when
why...
I interviewed Scott Boras, I mentioned how you was a big fan of him. Go ahead, Grace. I'm sorry.
You lie and a trifle. Anyway, Scott Boras is like... Ace was telling me that I thought Scott Boras was the Grinch and everything over Christmas. Well, I don't know what he is now because we're past Christmas, we're past New Year's, and I still can't stand the man. I think he is a detriment to his own players. I think the only person he cares about is Scott Boras, and I'm about tired of his shenanigans. And if I were a GM, and this is why I can never be a GM, and I could never, and I will never, because I would just tell Scott Boras exactly where he could stick it. Here's my one offer, and I'm not doubling back. This is it. This is the value, and otherwise, kick rocks. I'm done with you. I can't stand him. I swear.
Yeah. Here's the thing that's confusing, right? Because it really seems like Cody Bellinger's holding up this market, right? We initially heard, we know the Yankees had an offer.
You mean Scott?
That's what I'm saying. He's making Cody Bellinger hold up the market, right? It's weird because when the Yankees had an offer out there, we first heard that there was a big gap in the years. Then all of a sudden, the Yankees offered a second offer. Now we're hearing there's a gap in the years and the money. I'm not sitting here saying that this is a fact or anything or trying to report anything, but my logic would dictate, did we lower the offer from the second one? That would be the only logical thing that I'm thinking of. Like, I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Yeah. Why is Scott Boras and Cody Bellinger holding this market hostage? If I'm the Yankees, at what point in time am I saying, this is the offer we're going to have for you? Take it or leave it. We have to move on. Pitchers and catchers is a month and 2 days away. That's how quick the season is going to approach us. Start going out there, getting Cody Bellinger and other players. Capitalize on the A and D. Because it's as simple as this. Even you bringing back Cody Bellinger doesn't make us a better team than last year. It doesn't. You're literally just running it back. But it really seems like he's holding the market hostage. I don't know why the Yankees aren't doing their due diligence on a guy like Kyle Tucker if that was the case. And if you really want to give it to Scott Boras, go out there and get Kyle Tucker and say, hey, you overplayed your hand with Cody Bellinger. So that way players, because you know Cody wants to be a Yankee. If all of a sudden he gets shun on like that, it put players in perspective like, okay, Scott Boras messed this up again for us.
That's what I'm saying. And where's Bregman? Bregman is with Boras too. Where's he? You know what I'm saying? Like I saw on Michael Kay mentioned when he was on the show with John Heyman and Joel Sherman, 20 of the top 50 free agents haven't signed anywhere.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's not just the Yankees, right? Let's be honest. I know we're all frustrated, but it's not just the Yankees. The market is moving so slow, and like 3 of the top 5 free agents haven't even signed anywhere.
Yeah,
and they're probably all Scott Boras clients.
and when you look at it, right, it's been a very, very slow offseason with Major League Baseball just as a whole. But as Yankee fans, obviously, we view everything under a microscope. Future, I see you backstage. Let me know if you're ready. I'll bring you up because I want to let me get a thumbs up. Let me know if you're ready. I'll bring you up on the stage. I want to give my take when it comes to the Edward Cabrera situation, losing out on Edward Cabrera. Hold on one second. There's Future. Future, how you doing? Happy New Year's, my guy.
Happy New Year.
Hey guys.
How you doing? When it comes to Edward Cabrera, like Grace beautifully said, the Chicago Cubs, they had to give up their number 1 prospect, which was, when you look at the top 100 prospect board, he was sitting at like 46. And according to the people that are putting it out there, the Yankees package, or what the package that was asked by the Cubs, was Ben Hess, Dylan Lewis, and Jason Dominguez. That was a package that the Miami Marlins wanted in return for Edward Cabrera. I'm gonna tell you this right now: if the Yankees had Cody Bellinger on the contract, Edward Cabrera is a New York Yankee. You don't make the Edward Cabrera trade without having it guaranteed that Cody Bellinger is on your roster. You know why? Because if you trade Jason Dominguez, now Scott Boras and Cody Bellinger are going to stand firm, like, all right, we want 6 years, because that's what the asking price is from Scott Boras and Cody Bellinger. Back at the winter meetings, I was told that they're asking for 6 and 7 years. When Kyle Schwarber signed for 5 years, when Pete Alonso signed for 5 years, when you look at Cody Bellinger is a far superior player than Pete Alonso and Kyle Schwarber when it comes to his defensive metrics, when it comes to looking at all 3 of the players and asking yourself who is going to age better. And Cody Bellinger made age better long-term with his contract than Kyle Schwarber and Pete Alonso. On top of it, Cody Bellinger is also a year younger than the both of them.
I agree. I want Cody Bellinger. Okay, let's be clear. I want Cody Bellinger. However, I'm not waiting until middle of March to sign him. I'm really annoyed.
Future, what's your thoughts on the conversation? Go ahead, brother.
Well, as you guys can see, I'm wearing a Yankee sweater today, but
yes,
this is a specific sweater. This is the 2023 athletic wear sweater, because that's how I feel about the 2026 season.
Oh my God.
So let me put this into perspective, and thanks for the super chat.
Go ahead, read it off.
Thank you for the super chat. Boras is holding off the Yankee offseason hostage at this point, and Cashman is allowing it to happen instead of pivoting. And that is exactly what I was gonna say. But I got something further. Me and my brother were yapping yesterday, talking about how Boras is holding up this offseason and how Tucker is essentially a victim of all this, as well as Bellinger, even though Tucker's not even a Boras client. And we were talking about it last night, saying how at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if both of them signed minor league contracts by the time April rolls around, with the way that this offseason is going. I mean, at this rate, from what Jack Curry said, a lot of teams fell off on Bellinger, and it's like his market is the Yankees. That's it. It's the Yankees, and that's it. Like, yeah, maybe the Mets are involved, maybe other teams are slightly involved, but not like how the Yankees are involved. As of right now, the only team to offer him anything are the Yankees. At this point, they should come meet in the middle and go to 6 years for both. Look, Bellinger's not going to get more than 7. Bellinger is on the wrong side of 30, but he is just 30. Like, people forget that Bellinger came up young. Like, he is not 31, 32. He's 30 years old. He's going to be he's going into his age 31 season. But I will say he is still a younger player, but he's still an effective ball player. So 6 years, maybe with 6 years and maybe the 7th year as an opt-out, would be a perfect deal for both him and the Yankees. But for some reason, they don't want to go above 5, which is fine if you want to have a preference. But if your entire offseason is reliant on him, then meet in the middle and go at 6. You got to meet in the middle at that point, because if you're not going to go out and get anybody else, if you're not going to go out and pursue Kyle Tucker, if you're just going to stand pat with just Cody Bellinger, then meet at 6.
Folks, we got over 82 people watching us collectively. Over 33 is on YouTube. If you guys can, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Share this in whatever group chat you have so we can have more Yankee fans joining the conversation. Shout out to Richie Squires for the $5 super chat. If you could donate whatever you can, $2, $1, $5, it goes a long way when it comes to helping grow this channel, when it helps to grow in these live streams as well, because we will be going live more often in 2026. As I said, I'm literally packing up. You guys see the bin right here. I'm packing up all my streaming gear. I'm moving into a streaming studio. That way you guys can see this pretty face more often, because I know Future has been missing it. He shoots me text messages all the time, right, Future? Absolutely. Ace, the trade market now. No Edward Cabrera. So if you're Brian Cashman, you have to pivot and see who else is out there. Mackenzie Gore, Freddie Peralta has been names, has been rumors. I was told at the winter meetings that Freddie Peralta is somebody that the Yankees have on their list. And then it came out that, oh, well, the Yankees, they haven't actually reached out to Freddie Peralta, or they haven't reached out to the Brewers to ask about Freddie Peralta, but he is still on their list. The Yankees aren't fully in love with Mackenzie Gore. The upside to Gore, he has more years of control. He's younger. He's going to be cheaper. Freddie Peralta is a rental player just for this year. Ace, I'll kick it over to you. What's your argument for either of the two?
If I'm going to go with one, I'm not sold on Mackenzie Gore either. And that just adds another lefty onto this 5-man rotation. And we already have 2 once Rodon comes back along with Max Fried. Freddie Peralta seems to be I'm not against Peralta. But it really would just depend on what you would have to give up, because yet again, this would be a rental player. I'm not, making the deal if Dominguez is involved. I'm not making the deal if Spencer Jones is involved. The Milwaukee Brewers want arms back. I'm not even making the deal if ERC is involved. So it's a shaky situation, because Freddie would be a good arm to have in this rotation. He would definitely solidify us as probably one of the best rotations in all of baseball, but at what cost? And it just seems like the Yankees are just in a spot right now where kind of just wait and see, walking in place, instead of just being aggressive and setting the markets. Now, if you told me, like, Yankees are thinking we're going to stand pat, we're just going to go with some of the young arms that we have, ERC, maybe Ben Hess will be ready in a couple years. LaGrange is a guy that's been getting a lot of attention as well. We're just going to, we're going to go with what we have. You can sell me on the youth, but do something. Come out here and do something instead of just staying so stagnant.
Grace, what's your thoughts?
Yo, I'm trying to write down what the rotation is as of now for the first game.
As of right now,
exactly.
It's Max Fried, because Rodon,
Fried.
Rodon and Cole, they're starting the season on the IL, so they're done for they're going to be out for the first 2 months.
Fried, Schlittler, Heel, and Yarbrough,
and probably Will Warren.
Thank you. Sorry, no disrespect. I was watching.
You don't have Blackburn on that list? You don't have Paul Blackburn on that? Nobody has Paul.
I would
respect Ryan Yarbrough.
I do like Ryan Yarbrough.
Ryan Yargoat.
I do like Ryan Yarbrough. I think his fall off at the end of last season was due to injury. So hopefully, if he gets healed up, and obviously the Yankees do think he will be healed up and ready to go, because we got some starts to cover before Rodon comes back, before Schmidt comes back, before Cole comes back. And I heard that Cole's timeline even got pushed back already to June 1st.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. So, that's what Michael Kay said when he was on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we have some starts to cover. Rodon is slated for May 1st. All of these are still, TBD, barring no further setbacks, right? But as of today, Rodon is slated for May 1st. Cole is slated for June 1st. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the Schmidt date is, but
it's gonna be longer than that. It's gonna be like July or something for Schmidt.
Okay. So I mean, we have some starts to cover, y'all. And if our rotation is Fried, check, good. Schlittler, check, hopefully good. Building on last year, hopefully he's not too tired. We'll see. Then we got Heel, Yarbrough, and Warren, and that's our starting rotation for the first third of the season, which we know you can't win the division in the first third, but you can lose the division in the first third. So, what are we gonna do?
I mean, I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
I'm gonna say the not so quiet part out loud. The rotation. So to me, the weak link in that rotation, and this is after talking with a bunch of people, people being my brother who like knocks some sense into me time to time. Hector knows. The rotation is fine. The weak link is healed because Warren can strike people out. Like, as much as I don't like Will Warren, my brother put this into perspective. Out of everybody in that rotation, Warren is the only one who passes the eye test between the three rookies in that, or the three youngsters in that rotation.
We talking about makeup, yeah.
Yeah, Heel doesn't. Heel is way too like it's just he's inconsistent. Yeah, he can strike people out, but when he's off, he's off. Warren just lacks the velocity, hence why when he's off, it's like it can be bad, but he has good makeup and can definitely like he's still a good pitcher for what it's worth. Like I know we all have a lot of
Jack Warren. That's
I know
hilarious.
there's a lot of like bad blood because of the ALDS, but it's like he was put in with the bases loaded against Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Right.
What do you expect for him to do?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
and I just wanted to add on too when it comes to our starting staff, and I'm gonna just bring it back onto the screen. Shout out to Tyler Tabbitt for putting it up there. Free Schiller, Hill, Waring, and Yarborough. I think realistically, we shouldn't put this much pressure on Cam Slittler. I think Yankee fans are putting way too much pressure on a kid that we saw a handful of starts at the end of the season and in the postseason. Yeah, did he have a phenomenal postseason start against the Red Sox? Absolutely, 100%. You're putting way too much pressure on a kid that hasn't even pitched 100 innings in the big leagues. And I want Yankee fans just to take a pause and just be realistic when it comes to Cam. If he's slow out the gate, if he's getting knocked around for the first month and a half of the season, do not be the first persons to jump off the ledge wanting to trade this young man. Give him time to figure it out. And that's why I desperately think that the New York Yankees, they have to add at least one starter to this rotation. I like what we have on paper, what's right there in front of me, but there's still some question marks with Yarborough. There's still some question marks with Luis Hill and his control issues. When you're going to miss the first 2 months of the season, 2.5 months, no Garrett Cole, no Carlos Rodon, you have to add yourself another starter to that rotation because like George Steinbrenner used to say, you can't have too many starters.
Can I ask y'all I know this was a long time ago and we've all, had drinks since then, but do y'all remember what the starting rotation was last year? Because I just tried to write it down. I feel like it was Stroman, Carrasco, Fried, Rodon. Was Schmidt there or did he get injured in spring?
Clark was there for
Clark was there
for like half of it and then just, his elbow died.
He got injured, yeah.
Okay, so at the beginning of last year, was that the rotation? Carrasco, Stroman, then not in order, but Carrasco, Stroman, Schmidt, Fried, Rodon. And we held our own. We were leading the division for a long time.
You got it.
Our offense was, remember, we were the torpedo bat Yankees for a while. We were just hitting home runs like it was going out of style. Even Anthony Volpe. Remember at the beginning of last year? So maybe it could work. I mean, Fried, Schlittler, Hill, Yarborough, Warren doesn't sound that incongruent to Carrasco, Stroman, Schmidt, Fried, Rodon. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not defending it. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to. No,
I see what you're saying. How many starts did we even get from Marcus Stroman last year?
I don't remember. It wasn't that many.
It definitely wasn't that many. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Okay, yeah, because it was a long time ago. I was just trying to remember. We did have Warren. Oh, you know what? We did have Warren. We did have Warren.
So Marcus Stroman pitched in 9 games for the New York Yankees last year in 2025. He pitched 39 innings and he had a 5.19 ERA.
Is that good? sorry.
Go ahead, Ace.
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure Future is good. Future, you good to go? I was messaging him in the chat. All right. Yeah. It's Hector. Can you add him back? It's not.
Yeah, I got you. No, it's right there. I had
This
pizza
rotation
guy here,
scares the
my
hell
bad.
out of me. No, you good. This rotation scares the hell out of me. Not gonna lie, and this Yankees team scares the hell out of me because there are a lot of question marks all throughout this team. And before we proceed, shout out to my guy Delulu, Yankee fan in the building. What's good, my
Yes, my brother Delulu.
But yeah, we're relying a lot on Garrett Cole to come back. We don't know which Garrett Cole we're going to get coming off major injury. It is a major injury. We're also relying on Carlos Rodon, who we don't know if he can duplicate the successes he had last year, also dealing with the major injury. Max Fried, who's also pitched more innings he's ever pitched. He's going to be out there. Luis Hill is a big question mark. Will Warren is also a big question mark. Cam Slittler, can he take the next step forward is what a lot of Yankee fans will hope and at the end of the day. But why not go out there? And this is why it infuriates me even more. You didn't even inquire about a guy like Imai, who could have been a middle of the rotation type pitcher that, like Hector said earlier, they got for cheaper than Trent Grisham, and he went to a rival at the end of the day. And he also had a bunch of opt-outs in his contract as well. But this is why it's adding to the Yankee frustration, because you're hearing the talking heads talk about it. They're sitting there saying the Yankees think they're good the way they are. And that's what's mostly frustrating. If you think that Garrett Cole coming back and Rodon will make the difference, why not just add on to make this overall roster better, especially when there are pitchers that were out there for you to do, for you to make.
I just want to let you guys know. Go ahead, Grace. Go ahead.
I just want to bring something up because you kind of touched on it, Ace, and I wrote this down to possibly talk about. Joel Sherman, y'all know I love me some Joel Sherman. I know he's a little controversial, but he's an objective reporter, and I feel like his point of views are very interesting to me because of his objectivity. And he mentioned something, and I want to give him credit because he said he was going to write an article on this, so this is not my idea. This is Joel Sherman's idea. But he mentioned that he was curious if the Yankees and Brian Cashman considered the moves that they did at the trade deadline in 2025 to have been effectively a form of free agency. Because last year at the trade deadline, Cashman and the Yankees added a lot. Bednar, McMahon, Bird, Doval, and Caballero all with control through. Didn't I say Bird?
Did you? I don't think you said the goat, Jake Bird.
I
No, she said Bird. She said Bird. She said.
Anyway,
My bad.
Bednar, you're good. Interrupt me one more time and you're gonna see. I'm just kidding.
Well.
I'm joking. Bednar.
Oh my God.
I'm joking. I interrupt everyone all the time. Bednar, McMahon, Bird, Doval, and Caballero all still have control through the 2026 season. They also added Rosario, who they signed back, showing that they still believe in him being part of the crew, and that is effectively could be considered a free agency for 2026 because again, all those players are controlled through 2026. Now, what Ace mentioned that I wanted to bring up, which kind of goes into Joel Sherman's curiosity here, is that we don't know what Cole we're going to be getting back, and we don't know what Rodon we're going to be getting back. Both of these guys had major surgery, and I would even add Clark Schmidt on there. He had a major surgery as well. So we have some huge question marks. Perhaps Brian Cashman is waiting to see what is the team going to look like? What is Cole going to come back like? What is Rodon going to come back like? And he's waiting for this assessment to then see what he's going to do. If it's maybe, and I would even go as far to say, if it's worth it to double, triple down on the team with these guys maybe not being healthy this year. Hopefully not. Good God, knock on wood. But maybe that's the thought process. And I'm not saying I agree. I'm just presenting the question to you guys. What do you think about that?
I think Brian Cashman is hoping that these young players fully pan out. And when you look at the trade, like I said, when you look at the Edward Cabrera trade, as a Yankee fan, am I frustrated? Absolutely, 100%. As a content creator, am I frustrated? 100%. As an objective baseball fan, when you take your fandom and you take that fandom and you throw it out your head and you take a step back and you realize what the Cubs gave up and what the Yankees did not want to give up when it comes to Jason Dominguez, when you're currently negotiating with Scott Boras and Cody Bellinger on a contract, and then on top of it, it's not like Edward Cabrera has won any Cy Youngs over the past 3 years, right? I'm not shitting on him. I'm not trying to downplay him. He's a phenomenal MLB pitcher, but when you look at his stats, I'm just looking up real quick. How many games has he missed? Or how many games has he in 2025 was his breakout season? He pitched in a career high 26 games, 3.53 ERA. 2024, he pitched in 20 games because he was dealing with injuries. He had a 4.95 ERA. In 2023, he pitched 22 games, 4.24 ERA. In 2012, I think that's second year up, battling through injuries, only started 14 games, a 3.10 ERA, and then his rookie year, he only pitched in 7 games with a 5.81 ERA. I say all of that to say that in the 5 years that he has been in the big leagues, he has had one of the years with a high 5 ERA, 2 of the years with a high 4, basically 5 ERA, and then the other 2 years in the middle of the 3s.
Yeah. I'm
Is
not
Future
crying
eating?
over the.
I'm dead.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah,
wish
Future,
the
what you
Yankees-
eating, bro? Come on.
I wish the Yankees would kill this offseason like Future's killing that pizza.
Pizza.
Low
Listen.
key, Future, hey, no lie, all jokes aside, I always keep it honest. Bro, I just had Domino's last night and this morning too. You can't. Domino's a little underrated now. Their stuffed
Oh
crust
my
pizza is
God.
fire, bro. You had it yet?
We've gone off the rails. We have nothing to
I'm
talk
out.
about. Okay, what's your favorite
man.
pizza top?
What are people eating in the chat right now? Folks in the chat, let us know. We got over
is
90.
lunchtime.
We got 95 people who are watching us collectively. If you're watching us on your lunch break, as Future is
I
showing,
can't.
he has no decorum eating pizza on live stream. Shout out to everybody who's in the building. Drop
And
the like
crazy thing
button.
is, he was eating the crust before eating the rest of it. He's sitting there.
I didn't want to
rotating
point
like,
that
bro, what are
shit
you
out.
doing,
I didn't
bro?
want to point that out. I thought it was weird when I first saw it. I didn't want to point that out. I have a video that I want to play. Because Grace brought up Michael K talking with Joe Sherman and
Fingernails count. I'm weak.
and John Heyman. This fingernails count. Shout out to Theo Nosebleed section. So I'm gonna play this video because it's about 1 minute and 20 seconds long. So it gives Future some time to eat his pizza.
Okay.
Neiman Marcus prices for a guy who's not a Neiman Marcus player.
Was it a mistake given that qualifying offer to Trent Grisham? And could that prevent Bellinger from really being brought back? You hear whispers that they felt that he would decline it and they'd get the draft choice. Did they gamble and lose on this?
The day that they made the offer, John, I was on my radio show and I was absolutely aghast. He's a good player. And I said that once they offered him the $22 million, he was going to take it. He's not dumb. He's a smart guy. He was not getting $22 million on the market, and there might not be a 2027. So why worry about a multi-year contract? You're paying Neiman Marcus prices for a guy who's not a Neiman Marcus player. If they are, in fact, committed to staying under 304, you just killed yourself. You took away so much maneuverability, and it might cost you Bellinger. I think that Grisham is a terrific power hitter for 1 year, and he was great last year. As you said, his metrics defensively went down, but he did have a hamstring issue, so you wonder if it was that. And here's the one thing that bothers me the most. They thought he was going to turn it down, and they'd get a draft pick. That draft pick that they would get between the first and second round is worth $22 million gamble. I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Mike, as a multi-time payor in the system, it wasn't between the first and second round. It would have been between the fourth and fifth round.
Thank you.
That draft pick was worth even less.
And that is sad. If that's the explanation or if that's the thought process, we think Trent Grisham is going to opt out or he's going to decline the qualifying offer, the QA, go sign for somewhere else. We're going to gamble $22 million for a 4th or 5th round draft pick. Someone should get fired over that.
Facts.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I hate that Grisham accepted the QO. However, I'm not mad that he's back.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad that he's back. I'm mad that he's back for the amount of money that he's getting.
I'm mad that he's back. I'm not mad at him for taking the money. That's where I stand. So
Okay.
I mean, who's gonna turn down $22 million for 1 year?
I'm
That
I'm too
mad
broke to
Yankees-
talk about that.
I'm mad that the Yankees gambled and lost. They bid against themselves when it comes to Trent Grisham. We've said this numerous amount of times here. If you would have let him hit the open market, guarantee you probably could have brought him back if you wanted him for a more reasonably priced deal at the end of the day. But yet they gambled on themselves, and now they're not willing to gamble against themselves with Cody Bellinger. I really think Trent Grisham definitely screwed up this entire offseason. Even if he goes out there and produces the same amount, which I don't think he will, it doesn't justify the pay amount that he's about to get paid. I don't think he'll be able to duplicate the success. I really don't. And even if he does, it's not worth $22 million because he's doing more now.
Grace, you look like your noggin has something you want to say about your fellow Texan boy.
Shout out to the Texas boy, Trent Grisham, Tarrant County Grisham. But listen, all that it says to me is that they don't believe in Spencer Jones. That's what I hear. When I hear you paid a center fielder $22 million for 1 year when you have Spencer Jones ready to go, it tells me that you don't think he's ready. That's what I think. Otherwise, you wouldn't have given that much money to Trent Grisham or even risked it. You wouldn't have. You know? And we're not hearing Brian Cashman going around saying, you know, we got Spencer Jones. We're so excited about him. Blah, blah, blah. Building him up like they do sometimes. He's not doing that.
Well, that's normally Cashman does that when he's trying to sell off a player. He doesn't really talk much about a player.
Wrong.
And yeah, Eddie, I think 100%. And I think the Yankees more that they don't believe in Jones than Dominguez. I think the Yankees, they still believe in Jason Dominguez and his potential. And I think that's why Jason Dominguez on January 8th is still a New York Yankee. Also, too, if Cody Bellinger was signed on the dotted line, I think the Yankees would have traded Jason Dominguez for Edward Cabrera.
I do think the Marlins have shown interest in Dominguez for a hot second now. So
for a few off seasons, I mean, for a few trade deadlines, off seasons, there's been some heavy rumors. Even back when Gleyber Torres was on this team, Grace Monroe's favorite Yankee of all time, Gleyber Torres.
Right.
And it's surprising that we couldn't get a deal done, considering we've gotten deals done in the past with Miami before.
Let me just say, y'all remember how good the Marlins were in the second half of last year? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about this. Y'all remember when we got swept by the Miami Marlins? And that they had one of the best records in baseball of the second half of the year. Their win to loss record. Say what?
And they put out the Mets.
Yeah. Let's not forget what the Marlins are trying to build down there.
In fairness, Lone Depot is a house of horrors for us, regardless if the Marlins are good or bad. I just don't get it. We just suck in that ballpark. So does Bednar, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. I want to ask you guys. Grace, you've played video games before, I assume. There's a health bar, right? And so just imagine a bar right here, right?
Yes.
0 to 100. Yes. Zelda, there you go. Health bar. Gotcha. There you go. Yes. Boom. When it comes to your optimistic outlook on this season, where is your bar at? Like, if you had 0 to 100, what's your bar when it comes to your optimism for the 2026 New York Yankees? Folks in the chat, let us know as well. Eddie Trinidad, how you doing? Mac Miles, How is getting ready for the 2027 lockout. My man.
Feels like it.
But let me know, folks in the chat. Let me know. Jonathan already, he got the dub out there with the 20. Tyler Tabbitt, -10. 0 to 100, and you had -10, Tyler. Grace, Ace, Future.
I have a perfect analogy. Grace, go first, or Ace, go first. I have a perfect analogy.
I don't know because it's not over yet. But Cody is still out there, Scooble is still out there, like possible trades, possible everything, and we're still not finished. And I do think the Yankees will make something happen. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something, I do think. And with that being said, Vegas still projects the Yankees as the second most likely team to win the World Series next year. And the number one team is the Dodgers. So, we're projected at 90 or more wins right now, according to Vegas. So, with that being said, I'm like 50.
Okay.
I have an answer. I have
ahead.
a beautiful answer. So I don't know how many of you guys know this cool game called Escape from Tarkov, and essentially it is a
What? What's the
Escape
game?
Escape from
Yes.
Tarkov.
Okay. All right. No,
So they have they have a very interesting health system in the video game. So this is essentially my confidence within the team right now. I have a blacked out head, blacked out arms, blacked out stomach, blacked out legs. My thorax is holding on to hopes and dreams. I got a heavy bleed. I have a light bleed. That's my confidence.
okay. So it's like a operation board.
I am on my last limb.
Okay.
As
He's on
far
his
as
last
me-
limb, Grace.
Okay,
he's
so
on
like
his last
10
life.
hearts.
No.
Yeah.
No, like
half,
one heart.
half,
Yeah.
half of
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
half. Wait.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
He's at one.
He's
One
neck and
heart
neck-
out of
no,
100.
There you go. He's at one
Okay.
heart out of 100.
Okay, thank you.
He's like neck and neck with the final boss. Like whoever gets the last hit is gonna lose. But you know the game's like the
Yeah.
cheat. You'll hit him 2 times, he won't die, and then you get one hit once and you're dead. That's pretty
I'm
much
not
where
Virgil.
he's at.
Okay. All right.
As far as me, you're not gonna get optimistic Ace here. Now when I say this, cards subject to change. As anything, we got to see how the season plays out. We also have to see what moves they add as we are approaching pitchers and catchers. I gotta say 86 wins and 76 losses for this year. I also, with this team as of right now, I think this team with the division getting better is going to miss the playoffs. And I'm also looking at the schedule. I hope I'm wrong. To God, I'm wrong. I can get clipped later and say, Ace, you thought this? I'm going to say yes. I'm looking at the schedule. We're not getting Rodon and Cole back until later on in the season, right? At the end of April, you're going against Boston, Houston, Texas. That's the end of April. Then May, you're starting off with the Orioles, Texas, Brewers, Orioles, Mets, Blue Jays for 4, then Tampa, Kansas City, then the A's, then the June swoon. I'm not gonna go over the June and July schedule, but we know the June swoon is in that time frame. Then you end up with August with the Cubs, Cardinals, Braves, Mariners, Blue Jays on the road, Orioles on the road, Blue Jays, Astros, Red Sox. With this schedule, May and August are brutal. The Yankees can't afford to get off to a slow start because we know that swoon is coming in June and July, and we got 2 hard months around June swoon. So I think this team, as of right now, but card is subject to change, could be in trouble.
I'm gonna say this. I'm glad and I appreciate you for having that take because I'm totally opposite. When it comes to this off season, is it an excited off season? Absolutely not. No way, Jose. But when you look at our division, you said other teams got better than us. I would say the only team that's better than us in our division as of right now is the Blue Jays. I don't think the Red Sox are better than us as of right now. One, they still don't have Alex Bregman, just like we don't have Cody Bellinger, right? The Red Sox were supposed to get Pete Alonso. They cheaped out, and they didn't want to give him that extra year. The Red Sox were supposed to trade for Ketel Marte, and they didn't want to give up the extra prospects that the Diamondbacks wanted back at the winter meetings. So the Red Sox we're still waiting to see what the Red Sox do. I'm not scared of Sonny Gray whatsoever. I think the Yankees would dog walk Sonny Gray whenever he's in Yankee Stadium. So when you look at the AL East, Baltimore, they did get a little bit better, but Baltimore was on the outside looking in when it comes to their expectations for last year. Everybody thought that they were going to be the darlings of the AL East for the last 2 seasons. I don't believe it yet. So I still think that the Yankees are the second best team in the AL East. I have the Yankees winning 92 games as a wild card team. Again, like I said, if the Red Sox tomorrow they sign Alex Bregman and they make that move for Ketel Marte, I'm eating everything that I just said. But as of right now, no Ketel Marte, no Alex Bregman. The Yankees flirting with Cody Bellinger, bringing him back. I still think the Yankees are a better team than the Boston Red Sox, and that's with us missing Garrett Cole for the first 2 months of the season and Carlos Rodon for the first month and a half of the season. Who I did get some information on Carlos Rodon. His rehab assignment is going a lot better than anticipated, so he's having a good rehab process this offseason.
Yeah, I feel you. And like I said, card is subject to change, dude. Like it could definitely, if the Yankees start making some moves, you go out there and get Cody Bellinger. Let's say they go out there and get a Bo Bichette, who's still out there. That shouldn't hinder you from getting a Cody Bellinger either. I mean, the money's going to be there, but we're hearing that Cody Bellinger's. I'm sorry, we're hearing that Bo Bichette's like a backup plan to Cody Bellinger, which is kind of weird to me because I'm like, why not just try out there and go get both? I would look. If the Yankees go out there and make some moves, I definitely think I agree with you. The Blue Jays are the best team in our division right now. I also think the Red Sox are very feisty, and they get up for us when it comes to us. Alex Cora, on top of that, when it comes to Aaron, you don't think they get up to play the Yankees?
Alex Cora definitely does.
We barely survived. Let's be honest. We barely survived that Boston series in the first series.
Yeah,
like,
but we also,
if it wasn't for Jazz hustling and Cam, we're out of there in the first round. Like,
yeah, but
I'm not going to act like we could blow them out.
We kind of live in this weird limbo with the Red Sox in recent years where one year they own us and the next year we own them. It's been a very weird relationship with Boston because in 22 we absolutely dominated them. I think we lost maybe 2 games against them in 22. 23 they had our number. 24 we won the season series, and 25 they won the season series, but we won the playoff round. But it's like it's a very weird, very, very weird relationship we have with Boston. On to the record part, because the Yankees have this weird obsession with doing well on the even years of the 2020s. It seems to be they always go up in the even years and they go down in the odd years for some very weird weird
Future's
reason.
over here doing numerology.
It worked. It's worked. In fairness, it's worked so far. So I'm going to call it how it is. I think in 26, they will somehow win the division with 95 wins. And the reason why they win 95 wins is because they own Dylan Cease.
I just want to point out the reason why every time Future comes on the stream, and whenever Future comes on the stream, the reason why his room is blacked out is because he has a blackboard, a whiteboard back there that has strings and wires just with different conspiracy theories just stringed up against the wall, and he doesn't want to be caught by the CIA. So that's why every stream he's in a black room. It doesn't matter if it's 11 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, 4 in the afternoon. It's always blacked out. Love you, Future.
I'm gonna have to see myself out. He ain't caught me.
Go ahead, guys.
Where is the sun? Like, I don't
got
know.
no windows in there.
Blackout curtains.
You got no view.
The sun's just not hitting my building.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's a Reddit thread going on that people think that you actually live under the staircase and not Harry Potter. That you are actually the Harry Potter of the Yankees universe.
That's funny.
What? I'll take it.
But there was one question that I just want to touch on real quick. That Drew Nasty had brought it up earlier, right? He says, "What I don't understand is the love of Cody Bellinger over Kyle Tucker. Tucker is the better offensive player. Defensive versatility is for the birds. When it comes to Kyle Tucker," and this is what I was told at the winter meetings. I didn't know if it was true, so I didn't want to put it out there, but there's been some articles confirming it. When it comes to Kyle Tucker, the reason why teams are hesitant on giving him an 8-year deal is because they're not sure baseball is his number one priority. They don't know what his motivation or his motor is. Like how would he age in an 8-year contract in a big market? And they're pointing to what happened with the Angels and Rendon. And they view that because Rendon, he always let it be known that baseball wasn't his top priority, that it wasn't his number one passion, that it was just a job for him and it was just work for him. With Kyle Tucker, that's the same thing I heard at the winter meetings, and that's what some people have put in different articles when it comes about Kyle Tucker. So I'm not sure how truthful that is, but that may be the reason why the Yankees and the Mets are both out on him.
That's so weird to me too, considering all things considered. Like for him to just like, oh, I don't love baseball anymore, that type of stuff. I actually think, I think he's not under Boras, but I think they're kind of waiting to see what Cody Bellinger gets, so that way they can kind of get a little bit more from whoever's going to sign him. That's kind of what I think.
Great. If I can, real quick, my fault. I just saw somebody enter the chat that I haven't seen in a minute. Anthony Medina, mi hermano de la Islas, in the building. Medina forever. Happy New Year, brother. Merry Christmas. I hope all is well. I hope you and the family is doing amazing. Great seeing you in the chat. I'm glad that you got health, my guy. I hope all is well. Miss you, guy. Shout out to my guy Medina in the building. Sorry about that, y'all.
No, you good.
Living in Florida now. Shout out to you, brother.
Nice. I do think that the Rendon situation is going to have ramifications all throughout the league. I mean, that was an absolute nightmare for the Angels and for players who are currently, well, as of next offseason, this upcoming offseason, are going to be fighting for their lives to keep their guaranteed contracts with no salary cap. Anthony Rendon is a cautionary tale that they want to go away, because that speaks directly against the interests of the players trying to keep that situation for them, because when contracts like Rendon happen, where the guy doesn't want to play, doesn't end up playing. I don't even know how many games he ended up playing, and he still got all his money and didn't even want to be there. I mean, and ultimately the team said, we'll pay you just to go away. Like, just it is a disaster. And I tweeted out, I think Ace retweeted or something the other day, hey, the Yankees may not have done a lot, but at least we didn't sign Anthony Rendon. And I feel like that's, hey,
yeah,
we got to hold on to something. That's what I'm holding on to. And what if Tucker does end up being that sort of vibe? I don't know where that feeling or rumor, gossip, whatever you want to call it, started. I don't know what is making everyone feel that way. But obviously people are afraid of that, and for good reason.
And again, 8 years, there's a lockout coming that's going to be coming in 2027, 2028. So get ready for the replacement players. The ice cream truck man from Michigan, the carpenter from Detroit will be playing for the New York Yankees in 2027 and 2028. But no,
I am.
there was something that came up, an article or just people asking, are the owners colluding when it comes to free agency this offseason, knowing that there's a lockout that's impending? I'm not sure about that. What I do know is that this has been a very, very slow offseason. This hasn't been like it has been in years past. As a fan that, watches this game and invests time and energy, and as somebody that covers this game as a member of Latino sports, I would hope they aren't colluding, but at the end of the day, it's a business and they got to make money when it's all said and done. It's all about making money. There you go. I got me a Megazord. You guys see my Megazord behind here?
Hell yeah.
I am very much looking forward to the World Baseball Classic.
Me too.
Yes.
And that's a sign that I'm not that keyed into the Yankees yet. I'm not super hyped up and excited about the Yankees, because last time we had the WBC, I was extremely concerned about the Yankees that were playing for their countries. And I think it's really, really cool, and I get it, and I think it's your choice, and I respect that. But at the same time, I was like, don't get hurt, because the Yankees have a championship to bring home, and I need you to be healthy to play for the Yankees. This year, I'm like, fuck it. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I don't care. I'm ready to watch the WBC. And that's just a total 180 from how I felt last time.
Trying to hack into our stream, hence why Grace was logging out. I'm just saying. He tried it. He failed.
Did I have a glitch?
A little bit.
Sorry.
A little bit.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Like I said, I blame Brian Cashman.
I'm just excited about the WBC. I'm really looking forward to that. Look at what Medina's saying. I'm more excited about the WBC than I am for the regular season. That's kind of how I'm feeling by my actions, right? Not my words maybe, but by my actions. I'm more excited for the WBC, and that's sad.
I'm excited for the WBC because it's going to be in Puerto Rico, and I'm going to be down there covering it. Like, I'm more excited to go to Puerto Rico to cover the World Baseball Classic than I am for the regular season to start, and which is pretty sad.
Yeah,
I love being able to go to the Yankee games. I love to be able to cover the games, but it's like if you would have asked me where do I rank it, I was at Yankee Stadium in December for the pinstripe bowl that they did with Clemson and Penn State. That was awesome. College football fans are nuts. Grace, you guys are lunatics.
Yeah.
You guys are nuts. Like college football fans are nuts. But I look forward to this Yankees season. Like I said, I'm marking the Yankees down 92 wins. I have them at 92 wins. We have Garrett Cole coming back. I believe that the Yankees will re-sign Cody Bellinger. We have a full year of David Bednar, so we don't have our closer blowing the first 6-8 games of the in the season. Shout out to L.I. Yankee King, who is in the building as well. Haven't seen you in a minute. Happy New Year to you, L.I. Yankee King. I'm pessimally optimistic about this team. I still have them at 91. L.I. Yankee King, he has them at 81 to 81.
Yeah.
Arbitration just came out. So if y'all want to know salaries, Jazz Chisholm at $5 million. David Bednar also at $5 million. Clark Schmidt 4.148. Well, he reached a $4.5 million deal in November. Camilo $4 million. Luis Gil $3.1 million. Jake Bird $3 million. Our favorites Oswaldo $3 million. Fernando Cruz $3 million. Volpe somehow making $3 million. Jose Caballero $2.1 million.
I just want to say something.
Just like the estimates.
No, this is what they get and from the arbitration hearing. So when players are under arbitration, they go in front of like a arbiter. It's like a committee of like 5 people. The team argues that they deserve this money. The player argues, and then the arbiter decides how much the player gets. So Jazz Chisholm this upcoming season is going to make whatever money that Future said.
So wait, that means that they've agreed to that, or can they fight it and try to get more?
That's what the arbitrator awarded Jazz Chisholm for the season.
It's like a mediator.
Today's the deadline.
In the middle.
So today is the deadline. Today's the arbitration deadline.
Jazz deserves way more than that. Way more.
I mean, if we can get it for $5 million, that'd be better for us.
Yeah, I appreciate him for. I thought he was going to get like close to 10 million. Honestly, coming off with 30 season. I want to say shout out to David Cohen with the $5 super chat, helping us keep the lights on over here.
Only if we spend it.
He said, "Hey, if the Yankees want to be boring, then let's talk the Giants. Do you think we hired Giant Harbaugh? Hopefully we do. By the way, let's go Knicks." David, absolutely. Make sure you guys are checking out the articles that I write after every Knicks game for Latino Sports. You can go to latinosports.com. The link is in the description of this video. I write on the Knicks. There's nothing to write about the Yankees right now. So if there ever was, I will be writing about the Yankees as well. But appreciate everybody in the chat, David Cohen as well. And if I can't say as well, we appreciate everybody's opinions in the chat. We appreciate everybody interacting in the chat. But if you guys can, please be respectful. If you got beef with somebody else on another channel or some other content creator, leave that outside of this chat, because what I don't want to happen, I don't want people to think that I'm allowing or I'm engaging in shit talking other content creators. If you're not a fan of a certain content creator, copy. That's cool. I want every content creator that's out there, whether they listen to me or not, or whether they're a fan of me or not, I want everybody out there to thrive and to win. So if we can, just in the chat, be respectful, have a good conversation. We just trying to build a community over here, and we just trying to engage in a good conversation. It's 12:38. We're going to be rocking out to about like 1 o'clock, so we got about like 22 more minutes to keep it going. Sorry, I just had to drop the PSA.
That's it. I want to bring up a little something and get y'all's opinion on this if you want to. Again, it was from Michael K, and he made this point on the show that I watched with Joel Sherman and John Heyman. And he said that he talked to a high-ranking member in the Yankees organization. And according to them, since George Steinbrenner passed away, RIP to the boss, not one person in the front office has uttered the words championship or failure except Derek Jeter and Aaron Judge. Those are the only people that have been repetitive of the George Steinbrenner mantra, World Series or bust, championship or failure. Nobody else in the front office has said that or feels that way. Discuss.
I'm surprised A-Rod's not on there.
Do what?
I'm surprised they didn't mention A-Rod either.
Yeah, true.
Oh
But,
yeah,
I mean,
A-Rod's
the
very
captains.
vocal. Yeah. Okay. Captains.
Definitely A-Rod
Yeah.
is one of those guys. But yeah, according to Kay, it's just been the captains are the ones that you hear repeating that. Nobody else is repeating that.
And it's crazy because LI Yankee King is in the chat, and this is his favorite topic when people bring up George Steinbrenner, right? But when you look at the 2000s,
Trade rumors.
right?
Sorry, I was answering LI. I was answering LI.
Oh, okay. When you look, go to MLBTradeRumors.com, LI. When you look at the early 2000s, right? Not the dynasty years from the late 90s, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Did Mike Mussina bring us any championships? Did Jason Giambi bring us any championships? Did Gary Sheffield bring us any championships?
Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson, right? But that was post George Steinbrenner, right? When you look at the dynasty in the 90s when they won championships, the players that were injected into those rosters were veterans that were past their prime. When you look at the mid 90s, right? If George Steinbrenner was buying every big free agent that was out there, Barry Bonds would have been a Yankee. Randy Johnson would have been a Yankee. Greg Maddux would have been a Yankee. That did not happen.
Randy he was old by the time.
He was old in 2004, but
Right.
they were going for the veterans that were past their prime, who were free agents, the Cecil Fielders of the world, right? Those were the players that were injected into the lineups in the 90s on top of homegrown players. So, yes, do I think the Yankees with a $300 or $320 million payroll, or with the Yankees with the spending power that they have, should they go out there and get Imai to help bolster this pitching rotation, especially when you have no Cole or Rodon for the first 2 months? Absolutely, 100%. But there's a notion out there that whenever George Steinbrenner spent money or whenever he brought the top free agent, we automatically won a World Series. That only happened in 2009, and that's because people knew what his health condition was, and they wanted to overspend, and that's why the Yankees' payroll in 2009 was over $220 million, and the second team after the Yankees were at 105. The Yankees doubled the second team in order to buy a championship in 2009.
Not romanticizing George necessarily, just bringing up the possibility that the fans have a perspective that it's World Series or bust still. We all still have this feeling, but that's not how the front office feels.
No, I agree. They're looking at it like a business.
Yeah. Is it time for us to accept this? Not accept failure, but accept that times have changed with the front office, and we're not in control of it.
I'd accept it if I was getting a piece of the pie. I'm not. The only piece of the pie I'm getting is being a fan and hoping that we win. I mean, it seems like the Yankees are content every year with just, if we get in and we happen to run the gauntlet, things fall our way, we win it, great. But they just want to be in the dance. They want to go to the dance. They're not necessarily wanting to dance with the hot girl at the end of the day. They're just okay with being on the wall, doing a little two-step over there by themselves. That's exactly what it comes down to. And it's frustrating because to build a championship team, you either need to go out there and spend a crap ton of money like the Dodgers are doing.
Exactly. Thank you, Ace.
Or develop your prospects. It's as simple as that, like we did before, where we had a lot of homegrown talent, and then you mix in the veteran leadership that you need to kind of take you over the hump. The Paul O'Neills, the Scott Brosius, all those guys that will kind of take you over the hump. But it seems like the Yankees are doing neither. We're not building a team around Aaron Judge, which is might be the greatest right-handed player we've ever seen, and they're not putting the pieces around him to succeed. And we're not developing guys. Some of the guys that we have, Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells is okay. I think the Yankees are really hoping that Ben Rice takes that next step, which I definitely think he can. I know that's music to LI Yankee King's ears as well. And a guy like Cam Slater can take the next step, but you need guys that you develop to contribute as well. And it's just, as of right now, the philosophy isn't working.
And trust me, I get it. I would say, and sorry, I just had to close out my Cash App that I got from Brian Cashman for holding water for the organization.
We heard the cha-ching.
You heard the teaching, right? You heard the teaching. But what I'm going to say is that we're in 2026 right now, right? So Aaron Judge going into this season, you can say 10 years in the big leagues. 2017 was his first full rookie year. Over the past 10 years, the one thing that we can all agree on when it comes to Cashman and when it comes to the organization not properly building a roster around Aaron Judge is fumbling the bag around Bryce Harper. That's the move that I think we can all collectively agree. Maybe Manny Machado as well, but more Bryce Harper than anything else. The Yankees not signing him. When it comes to Shohei Ohtani, the Yankees tried to sign Shohei. He didn't want to come to the East Coast. It's not like the Yankees weren't in on. They were there. They offered it. When it comes to Yamamoto, the Yankees offered a higher AAV per season for Yamamoto, right? But he wanted to go to the Dodgers. So I'm not going to fault the Yankees if they're in on players and they don't want to come to the East Coast or they rather go to another situation in LA. I'm not going to fault the Yankees for that. What I am going to fault them on is the mistake of not signing Bryce Harper and not allocating your funds properly. Because like you said, Grace, yes, the Dodgers spend money, but they allocate their funds properly. The great thing about a billionaire, or like the great thing that defines a billionaire's success, is they have all the money to just burn into any project that they want. What separates a good billionaire from a dumb billionaire is hiring the right people and allowing them to do their job. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. James Dolan for years was fucking up that organization with the New York Knicks, not letting people do their job properly. He took a step back. He started focusing on that sphere in Las Vegas, and the New York Knicks turned themselves around. And that's what the Yankees need to do. Are you allocating your funds properly? Do you have the right scouts in place? Do you have the right people and player development in place in order to get players from the minor leagues into the big leagues? And that question is yet to be seen, because the only player that we truly developed over the past 10 years has been Aaron Judge. Anthony Volpe looks like a flop. Austin Wells, we thought he was going to be a 30 home run guy. He cannot. Defensively, he has improved. I'm going to give him credit. Defensively, he has improved, because that was his one question mark coming out of the draft, was his defense. He was supposed to be an offensive first player. He was able to switch it up. Ben Rice, I'm going to give the Yankees some kudos for Ben Rice, because they found him on the backfield playing baseball when one of their scouts went to like a ballet recital or some shit like that in some random ass town. That's the reason why the Yankees were able to find Ben Rice. But outside of that, the Yankees haven't developed anything at the big league level.
Ben Rice is the good side of the story of Trouble with the Curve. Ben Rice is the good side of that. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
It's frustrating too, because like they're talking about in the comment section, why don't the Yankees spend money and they could just defer. I'm not even going to go to deferral route. Why don't you backload some of these contracts? Because if you look at the year 2028, dude, Aaron Judge on the books, Aaron Judge $40 million. Garrett Cole, $36 million. Max Fried, $27 million. And Carlos Rodon, $27 million. That's it. Backload some of these suckers.
That's what I'm saying. Get creative.
Yeah, exactly. You don't look, the cap and money is very fungible. You can be very creative with it, but it doesn't seem like, look at what the Dodgers did with deferrals. I'm not saying go that route. Find a different route to go to, because in 2028, there is a lot of money that's coming off the books. And it's frustrating that they're not doing what they have to do to load up around a generational talent like Aaron Judge. And it baffles me that in other sports, you see players flock and take discounts to play with the best player in the game. Doesn't happen over here with the Yankees. No one's coming over here. And that's what's frustrating. We see players take less to go play with LeBron, play with Jordan. Some players took less to go play with Tom Brady. You can't take, no one wants to do that with Aaron Judge.
Diaz took what some people think could have been less than the Mets' final offer to go play for the Dodgers, because he wants to win.
Well, no, with Diaz, he was just hurt that the Mets they signed Devin Williams without talking to him, and there was friction in that locker room. Like there's a lot of stories coming out. There's a lot of friction in that locker room. Since Anthony Volpe came up, And since Anthony Medina put it in the chat about Anthony Volpe, let's watch some Anthony Volpe. This is from Cutter is King, every Yankee
it's my goat.
favorite Red Sox fan. Him and I are mutual with friends on fucking TikTok, which is weird as fuck. But shout out to Cutter is King. We're gonna watch some Anthony Volpe highlights. This is our shortstop, y'all.
Oh my God, him throwing that bat just sends me.
I'm gonna turn the music off. I don't want to get hit with copyright. But yeah,
I remember toward the end of the year, I was like tweeting out, okay, Anthony threw his bat. Everybody take a drink. It's like a drinking game. He does it so much.
yeah.
Lord help me.
And then this one video that I saw for somebody was like Anthony Volpe, every clutch at bat from Anthony Volpe. 0 for 1, 0 for 2, 0 for 3.
I can't.
You got to walk. You got to walk. 0 for 4, 0 for 5. Got to walk. Oh,
here comes the runner Reyes. The throw home. It's wide. It goes to the backstop. Reyes scores the
Error.
game.
Shortstops in the American League.
error. 1 for 6. He got a hit. Look at that. 1 for 7.
Poor guy.
I feel bad. Playing with a torn labrum, y'all.
Volpe bounces one to second.
Hey, he can do this healthy. In fairness.
He needed surgery.
Okay, that necessarily was not him. That was just...
And there is the ball game. Swing and a miss.
All right, I'm gonna sleep right there because it's like a whole minute and 47 of it, and I'm not gonna put all of us through it. But Volpe's greatest hits, that's his compilation, and I hope Anthony Volpe proves me wrong and proves every other Yankee fan wrong that is out there. But the New York Yankees, I don't know how long they go with Anthony Volpe. There's like rumors, you guys like hear it, like there's chatter about like the Yankees not sure what they're going to do with Volpe when he comes back. So that's out there. And I didn't expect to hear that January 8th.
True.
I thought they will wait until the season start and maybe you hear some chat. Hearing that right now before spring training even starts, I'm going to put this out there. Maybe the Yankees look to move him to second base.
And then do what with Jazz? Outfield?
I don't know what
bye-bye.
I don't know what
Trade
happens
him?
with Jazz. Yeah, I don't know what happens with Jazz.
I'm gonna be
I know it's
completely
not.
honest with you. Bo Bichette, as much as I would love his bat, his defense at short scares me. It does, which is why I don't want him. Could I survive 1 year with it? Maybe. But you got to get rid of both Volpe and Jazz if you bring in Bo Bichette.
I gotta say, shout out to my guy Eddie Snaps who was in the building. Eddie, happy New Year to you, my brother. Shout out to you. I'm gonna just say this. I think with the Yankees and this whole 309 million, the payroll threshold, I think Bo Bichette is not happening. Unrealistic. I honestly do not think that happens.
It's not happening.
No, I don't think so either. And it's frustrating because, like, honestly, I would rather keep Jazz at second base. Find yourself a shortstop. Jazz is a guy that he wants to be here. He's a guy that produced last year. Shout out to Grace Monroe for counting the 30-30 first. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to get rid of talent. I really don't. A lot of Jazz rumors have been out there that he might be gone, that they might be looking to move on from him. I don't want to get rid of talent. How are you going to try to get rid of Jazz but keep a guy like Anthony Volpe? That frustrates me.
Right.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Well, any news on Jason Dominguez?
Nothing on Jay.
Nothing on Jason.
Jay just exists for as of right now. Jason is like sitting with his hands like on his lap, just like smiling, happy to be here. He's just happy to be here.
Can you believe we signed Jason Dominguez? I just looked it up right now. 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
We signed them back in 2018. This is 2026.
Yeah, man.
Give the kid a shot. Give him
He's
a real
my
chance.
age.
Wow.
Give him a real chance. Just put him out there. Give him a real chance. Let him go out there every day. I see the tools. I just refuse to believe that if they gave him this, if they afforded him the same opportunities they're giving Anthony Volpe, that he can't succeed up here.
And what's crazy, Jason succeeded more than Anthony Volpe. That's the funny part. Ain't that the funkiest thing on the planet? Because if you look at Jason's 2025 stats, they ain't bad. Sorry, but they are not bad offensively. Defensively, you might want to like bash your head in.
Well, even defensively, Trent Grisham had a negative rating defensively as well. But
like, there's more ups at this point. Just throw Jason in short. He's athletic enough.
You know what? He was taking ground balls at third base last year and first base. Why not? Question I want to ask you guys, and I think we can wrap up with this last question. Who breaks the team? Oh, who breaks spring training with the big league team? Like, who makes the roster? Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones?
Jason.
Yes.
You guys think Jones starts the season in the minors or he's dealt?
He's dealt. I think he's dealt. I don't want to lose Jones. I like Jones. I want to see Jones become the next Aaron Judge, but he's dealt.
I think that they're at a real crossroads, right? If he has to repeat a level again, he's going to lose all trade value. So they really have to decide about Jones. Is he ready to be on the taxi squad or to be on the fringe to come in at some point next year on the major league level? Or is it time to trade him? Because again, when you send him to repeat the same level yet again, why would another franchise be interested in that value? They're not going to be. Unless they just really, really, really fumble the bag yet again with another top prospect, and that could be real, y'all. That could really happen with poor Spencer Jones. I think it's best for him to get traded to another franchise where he can actually play.
I want to say shout out to my brother TC Stills in the building. TC Stills, Happy New Year to you, my guy. Merry Christmas. I hope everything is good with the family. I hope your pops is doing good. I hope your brother's doing good. And Yankee Boy Joe, I know this was from earlier, but thank you again for the $5 super chat. Happy New Year, gang. Thank you to you. David Coleman, thank you for the super chat. Richie Squires, thank you for the super chat as well. If you guys can donate whatever you can, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, whatever you can, it goes a long way when it comes to helping this channel grow and when it comes to helping pay the lights over here at Uptown Sports TV. Just to let you guys know, last update, I will be moving into a new streaming studio. So hopefully this is the last time you see this little background. My Megazord will be coming with me, but this is the last time you'll see this background. I will be going live more often with my guy Future, Ace, of course, with the lovely Grace Monroe and her bobblehead. Who's that? That's who's that?
That's Big G. That's Big G.
Oh, Giancarlo Stanton.
Jedi Guardian Giancarlo Stanton with the blue lightsaber.
We leave you with this. We leave you with this, my friends. We leave you with this joke. Look at that. New stat just dropped.
Who put this up?
Mike Salvato.
Okay. Per Kirshner of the Athletic, the Yankees have had previous discussion with Washington regarding Gore's availability, according to league sources. Yeah, the Yankees. I'm not sold on Mackenzie Gore. I'm not 100% sold on Mackenzie Gore.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know.
Also, I want to give my input on what you're saying with Dominguez or Spencer Jones.
Go ahead, bro.
I think Dominguez will be traded. I think they'll give Spencer Jones a shot. I don't think the Yankees are that in love with Dominguez because we've seen, like last year was difficult because the players that played over him earned the right to play. But even the year before, he came out to a hot start and they didn't even give him the keys to it. I think the Yankees, I don't think they're that in love with Jason Dominguez.
Yeah.
I think Spencer Jones being his age and they're going to want to see him up here. I think they're going to give him the real shot.
I think Grok is a Yankee fan.
I see what you're saying with the Yankees not in love with Jason Dominguez. I can see that being true, but two things can exist. One, it can be a fact that they're not in love with Jason Dominguez, but at the same time, we know arrogance. Yankees have a lot of arrogance. I don't think the Yankees want to admit yet that they were wrong about Jason Dominguez or Anthony Volpe, if you want to throw him into that conversation. I think the Yankees will give Jason Dominguez maybe one more opportunity. Spring training, during the season, at the trade deadline is when I can see if they were to trade Jason Dominguez, it will be at the trade deadline.
Well, if we don't bring back Cody Bellinger, both of them might make camp. You're going to need a fourth outfielder.
Hey, there you go.
So, but which you could have sold me on that, to be honest with you. If you came out and said we're going to play, if we didn't bring back Trent Grisham, you could have sold me on Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones, the youth movement. I could have been bought on that. But the fact that this offseason started off with Trent Grisham, it all went by the wayside.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. That's what I started the show off saying. The Trent Grisham move tells me what they think about Spencer Jones. / Jason Dominguez, if you want to go there too. I mean, they have shown us with their actions exactly how they feel.
Again, shout out to the chat. Pitchers and catchers are 5 weeks away. Spring training is probably like 8 or 9 weeks away. The World Baseball Classic is around the corner. The 2026 Yankees are around the corner as well. So whether you want to get excited or whether you don't, I'm going to be at the stadium. I know Future's going to be at the stadium. Ace and Grace, myself, will be talking about it on the Yanks Morning Brew. We're going to have a post-game show, like I said, coming to the channel that Future will be helping with, Ace will be helping with, and some other people as well. Grace, any last message for the beautiful people in the chat before we get out of here?
Last message is, I know we're all bored to tears and we're all just dying for a big move. But my last message to everybody in the chat, all my Yankees fam, everybody out there, until Cody signs somewhere else, we all just got to hold on and we just got to wait and we just got to put our little patience panties on. Unfortunately, we're all bored. We're all restless. And it just sucks. But all is not lost yet.
Okay. Eddie Trinidad in the building. Heck, are you covering the World Baseball Classic? Yes, indeed. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Latino Sports TV as well on YouTube and our social media platforms as well. Ace, last message for the beautiful folks in the chat.
Feels good to be back. 2025 is behind us. Looking forward to a great 2026 with you guys and just making content, man. I feel like this is going to be a good, prosperous year for everybody out there. If you're hearing my voice, this one goes out to you guys. Let's make 2026 a memorable one.
Facts. Future, last words for the folks.
Grok knows baseball. Dan Clark tweeted asking what team Paul Skeens would play for, and Grok replied with him in a Yankee uniform.
Okay. Well, I like to see, I'm not a big fan of Grok or AI, but hey, if they're saying that Paul Skeens will be a Yankees, let it be so. Make it true. Shout out to my guys.
My RAM prices will make Paul Skeens a Yankee.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Stephen B. Stephen B says 29 likes on the stream. We got 40 people in the building on YouTube. 130 total. If you guys can, just hit that like button on the way out. Until next time, I'm Hector.
I'm Grace Monroe.
Yours truly, the Ace.
I'll feel it, sure.
Yes, and this is the Yankees
Morning Brew.
And we will be back. And until next time, make sure you guys drink your coffee. Say something nice about yourself. Drink your water as well. Stay hydrated. Arriba the Dirty. And hopefully the Yankees do something so we have something else to talk about. Bye.
Bye.